I don't want to discredit the Heat for anything that they've done, but who was expecting them to make it this far? Like, first they beat the first seeded Bucks, then they beat the fifth seeded Knicks, and now they're up 2-0. They took both home court games from the Celtics, and honestly, they might be able to close out the series in 5 or 6. But on the other side of things, you have the Denver Nuggets, who came in as basically the favorites, the 1 seed. They easily beat the Timberwolves. They easily beat the Suns. And now they're also up 2-0 against the Lakers. I mean, guys, the stage is set. Miami Heat versus the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Finals. This is going to be absolutely legendary. And I know it might not happen, but I think it's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you guys why and who I think is going to win that when it does happen. Alright guys, so last night the Heat beat the Celtics 111-105. And this was a crazy game from the Heat. Caleb Martin had 25 points, Duncan Robinson with 15, Bam with 22, 17, and 9, and Jimmy Butler with 27, 8, and 6. And remember that they're doing this all without 2 of their best role players, maybe 3rd and 4th options on the team, Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo. The Celtics in this game had 1 good player, and that's Jason Tatum, who dropped 34, 8, and 13, but no one else had above 17 points, including Jaylen Brown. On the other hand, the last time that the Nuggets played the Lakers, you didn't hear much about how well the Nuggets did, more like how bad the Lakers did, but the Nuggets did so well in this game. You had Jamal Murray have 37 points, 23 of which came in the 4th quarter alone. He really stepped up to the biggest play. It was crazy. Then you also had Nikola Jokic, who had 23, 12, and 17, which honestly, that's a regular game from Jokic, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but it just is. Then you had Bruce Brown, KCP, Michael Porter Jr., and Aaron Gordon also have solid games. The Nuggets also shot way better from 3, had more rebounds, and had more steals. So they also just had the better game. But this might make it sound like an easy win for the Heat. This was not an easy win for the Heat. They came back down 10 in the 4th quarter. I feel like we've seen this before. Oh yeah, literally last series. And the Heat just keep doing this with Jimmy Butler, and they're honestly probably the best team in the playoffs. They also out-rebounded them, 5 on the offensive and 5 on the defensive glass. They had 7 more steals, 5 less turnovers, and 3 less fouls. With that being said, now I'm going to predict the rest of the series. And these predictions are actually going to be really accurate if you look back at this video in like 2 weeks or something. Because, I mean, the Heat just beat the Celtics at their home court. Now, I know that the Celtics are not going to get swept by the Heat, so they're probably going to take 1 at the Heat home court, but that's going to be a 3-1 series, which is when we go back to TD Garden, and I mean, I don't really know what to think about that game. I think the Celtics are going to take it, but then when you go back to the Heat's home court, the Heat are going to close it out there, which basically means Heat in 6. But now the Nuggets are a completely different story because, I mean, they took both of their home court games, but the Lakers now have 2 home court games for them. So I think that the Lakers win these 2. But then I think that the Nuggets are going to win their next home game and the game after that, which means Nuggets in 6 too. And there we have it. The stage is set for the biggest event in basketball. You have the Denver Nuggets versus the Miami Heat. And that's going to be a crazy series, guys. But I'm going to break that down in a different video, which is coming out in a few days. And that one's going to be crazy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.